going to talk about the Keith 700 milliliter titanium water bottle. This one comes with a titanium lid, silicone sealed, inset threads for the cap. The cap also has quick turn threads. It doesn't take much to get the cap off. Bottle. They're light. You can take and set these titanium bottles, fill them full of water, set them in the sun, and it will, especially if it's on a black surface, it will get hot enough that you can literally make tea. Pour it in there, it'll get hot enough it gets uncomfortable to hang on to the bottle. But it holds 700 milliliters of water, which is a fair amount. These are, I think, roughly $50 for the bottle. Depends on, you can find them a little cheaper here and there. They seal well. The titanium lids really seal well, especially with temperature changes and things like that. You don't have to worry about. But they're a fairly well made bottle. They're pretty tough, and since it's single walled, this one you can actually put on a fire, heat water in it if you need to. It's the pot holders work well in here. The pot grabbers, or I use fish mouth spreaders is what you call them. Put a little chain on them. You can grab it in here, hang it over a little fire and heat water, things along that line. Just take the lid out because you can damage the silicone seal. That's not something it can be replaced, but when you damage it, chances are you won't be able to replace it easily where you're at, and then you're up to trying to make one, which you can make seal out of twisted cord and stuff like that and make it work to a degree, but it's still nothing like the original. The lid goes on pretty good. Just don't get really silly and try to over tighten it. If you've got a gorilla grip, which sometimes I tend to have, I've tightened these a bit much, and then if you catch a temperature change or something along that line, you're going to have a lot of fun trying to get it off. These do also, with altitude changes from lower to higher, will pressurize these bottles, and you take the top off, you'll know it pretty quick because they will pop pretty good. Or from high, if you open them up high and then go down low, you'll pull a vacuum and then you're fighting to get it off again. The other thing you kind of have to watch with these is if you're in a gritty environment, make sure your threads are clean when you try to put them back together, because titanium, if you get grit in it, I don't know what it is. Some things use it like a lubricant. This doesn't. It acts like Loctite in all essence. So if you get it in a real fine grit, like, uber fine sand, blow sand, things along that line, not to mention you don't really want that in your water, but if you get it in your threads, have fun getting it off. But these run, like I said, about $50. They're Keith titanium 750 milliliter, 23.6 ounces. It's not a bad sized water bottle. They'll fit in a lot of the bike bottle holders.